of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Rudolph's Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the Tier 10 American Autoloading Tech Tree Heavy, the M6 Yo. A lot of autoloaders struggle from one disadvantage, and that is, sure, they may have a lot of DPM, but they also have very long clip reloads after they deal their damage. For example, the T57 Heavy features 3,000 damage per minute, but you have to spend 19 seconds behind cover waiting for your shells to reload, which means the average heavy can probably hit you for about 800 to maybe even 1,000 hit points while you're on that reload, making you incredibly vulnerable. And it's not just the T57 Heavy, it's just about every dang autoloader that exists. The AMX 50B has a 23.89 second clip reload, which is even longer. And I mean, even if you make your way over to like the new Minotauro, that thing's sitting at a 40 second clip reload because of the first reserve shell that takes 22 seconds. The Kron takes, what, 12.5 seconds for the first shell, then another 20 for the other two, so even then you're taking 30 seconds to load your clip. Overall, the majority of autoloaders and auto-reloaders take a very long time to reload their shells, unless we talk about the M6 Yo with the 3 shots. The M6 Yo takes 12.86 seconds to load its entire clip. You can deal 900 damage, dump it all out in 5 seconds, and then reload your clip in only 12 seconds. That is insane when you think about it. I can reload my entire 3-shot gun at the same time that a single shell in the Kron is loaded. It is a 0.3 second difference. That is absolutely massive when you think about the capabilities of a vehicle like this, because most autoloaders you can push on. This one, if you try to push on it, it's going to beat you in DPM. It has 3,024. It's got good dispersion, it's got a good aiming time at only 2.9 seconds. It also has great gun depression at 10 degrees. It's got good mobility at a power to weight of 16.4 with a top speed of 35. Its reverse speed is decent at 15. And better yet, it has a reserve track mechanic, meaning that if you get shot in the track, you still have the opportunity to reverse behind cover at 5 kilometers per hour, even if you don't have repair kits. Add that on with the fact that this tank got shell reload boost and reticle cali in update 9.1. It's insane. I mean, I wouldn't even suggest to run reticle cali. Just run shell reload boost. Run the 3-shot gun, run shell reload boost, and you have around 3,300 damage per minute. What the absolute heck? This tank is just so dang deadly. So I thought I'd showcase to you one of the craziest replays I've had in the Yo. This game was very, very painful. Yesterday, I showcased a game in the Minotauro, and that was a pretty painful game. This battle is going to be even more painful than that one, just for exactly what's going to happen at the end. I was actually streaming, not on YouTube, but streaming on Discord to a friend while this game was going on, and oh my god, you should have seen the reactions from both of us at the end of this game. So let's take a look at what's going on currently. We have an E100, 183, Yag, Leopard, M6 Yo, and a double Sheridan against us. And what you should do first of all is look at my Sheridan's hit points, 1,802. Oh. Yeah, now he has 333. I gotta be real, our Sheridan did the very simple mistake of not reading the enemy's lineup. If the enemy team has more mobility, or not even more mobility, but they have your tank, but double, and your tank hits very hard, I wouldn't do the same thing that the enemy Sheridans are probably going to do. I am a little surprised that their Sheridans were able to beat our Sheridan in the position so quickly, but still, a huge mistake. Look at that. That dude did 0 damage, I'm pretty sure. Maybe he got 1 shell out, but even then, absolutely just took an L. Now, you'll notice the Sheridan on their team just got pushed out by the Leopard. I honestly thought the guy was trolling, but it seems like the Leopard actually wanted to win the game later. So, if you want my honest opinion, that Leopard right there doing that one maneuver through the enemy team's game. So Leopard, you should actually feel ashamed of yourself, the fact that you threw an entire game for your team because you pushed your teammate out into the open out of stupidity. I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but either way, look where you're driving, bro. We're going to aim in on the Yag. There's 1, there's 2, and there is 3. That is 900 hit points. We just took off the Yag Panzer. And the crazy part is that we have the same DPM as the Yag Panzer. It makes you question, why would I ever drive a tank destroyer with 800 or even, 183 alpha when I can just drive the Yo and get blocked by my teammates? But yeah, in all seriousness, why would I drive a vehicle like the Yag when I can drive a Yo? I have 3 shots of 300 damage. I can get the damage out just as quick as you most likely can in your Yag. I don't know. I just really think vehicles like the Yo are super underrated for every situation. We already have our clip back, as you can see. And that's just what makes this tank so challenging to push on. So we got the 183 off to the side. Unfortunately, that shell went a little bit towards the side of our reticle there when I was trying to shoot the opponents. But it's fine, because we still took 300 off him. We're going to reload our clip again. And the great thing about this tank is you don't actually feel bad reloading your clip. Obviously, there's a lot of vehicles where you're like, ah, boy, do I actually want to reload it? But this tank, I don't feel bad doing it, because you've obviously got so much DPM and such a quick clip reload. It doesn't matter if you reload it. So there's one, there's two, and there is 3 shells into the Yo, just bringing us up to 2,927 damage. We got the 183, which is a 1 clip for us, and I also have my shell reload boost back, so I'm aiming at him, and making sure that he doesn't really pen us. Okay, here we go. There's 1 shell into his tank. He misses. Oh, but we missed 2. That absolutely sucks. And I also try to get that final shell in, but I also realize that there's no point for me to go for that final shell into the 183, because I out-reload him by about 7 seconds, so there's no point for me to actually worry. I can just kind of push on him, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Get 1 shell out. He's probably reloaded at this point, but it doesn't matter. He's dead. Now it is a 2 versus 2. My T110E3 has put himself in, unfortunately, a very pushable situation. Takes too long to repair his tank, and oh boy, that is not good. We are going to ram the Leopard. We're going to get 1 shell in, so that's 484 hit points. Then we're going to get a nice HE for 379, and another HE for 363. Now, I really tried ramming that Leopard into the Yo and just stopping him from being able to leave, but unfortunately, he gets out. We're at 5,000 damage currently, and the enemy team, I mean, that Leopard's still quite healthy, and oh no. Well, we get a nice snap into the Leopard, right into his engine deck, I think that was, and I don't really want to deal with this E100. That's the problem. I'm like, oh boy, I really don't want to fight you, bro. He lights me on fire. That is not good. So we back up. We position the tank correctly, get another shell into the Yo. Now, I know that this U100 will kill me, but more specifically, this Leopard will kill me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave. I'm going to get 1 pen into the U100's track wheel so he doesn't have the gun depression to shoot me, and it just gives me enough time to get out. The problem is that now I've got this Leopard going after me, and the Leopard probably thinks, okay, this guy doesn't have shells, because clearly, I mean, I didn't shoot him. So now the Leopard gets 2 shots into me, but the E100 bounces me because he doesn't have gun depression. I'm able to get the Leopard because I have shell reload boost on and turn and finish him off. Holy moly, crappy-oly. Now all we have left is the enemy E100. Now there's a problem. I only have 4 AP shells left. That's not good. In fact, I only have 8 heat shells left because I don't expect to be stuck in a situation like this where I'm down to so little shells. So this is not a very fun circumstance I'm stuck in. I get 1 shell into the tank, and he misses me, snaps it like a doof. So we get 1, 2, and 3 shells into the U100's track wheel. And with that, now we're up to 7,200 damage, plus some sort of extra from the ram. Yeah, that's right, the ram on the Leopard, which means we're actually up to 7,400. But I make a mistake. If you notice, I only have 1 shell in my clip, because I only have 1 AP shell, which means I just absolutely deleted that reload. I should have just loaded heat. So now I'm going to reload my clip and load in some heat shells here. You're going to watch. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So we reload the clip. We play it smart. I mean, there's no reason not to reload the clip. I think I make another mistake here, though. I think I accidentally swap back to AP. Problem is, I really just want to shoot him. I mean, he's obviously a really bad player, but it doesn't matter how bad you are. It just takes 1 HE. And that's why I was like, do I really want to poke that? It really just takes 1 HE. Oh, and there you go. You can see I accidentally swapped to AP there for a second, which actually only gives me 1 heat shell. So I made that mistake, which actually was a big mistake. I have to be real. That was a huge mistake on my part. So I come over towards this way. I don't even think I realized I had 1 shell left, but I'm able to connect 1 into his turret there, which honestly I'm fine with only poking for that long because, yeah, that's right there. That's when I thought, oh crap, I screwed my clip up and I only have 1 shell loaded. So yeah, I accidentally dumped into my AP. But at this point, the E100 has 30 health. And oh my god, we deal 30 on the HE. And then we fire a second HE and it does 5! Are you kidding me? And then we fire the third and kill him. I was so mad that our first HE rolled 30 and then the next 2 only rolled like 5. I was like, really, game? Oh man, that was just a painful game. That's all it was. But it definitely showcases where the Yo is such a fantastic vehicle. 7,759 damage. We basically did almost a 1 versus 3 in that situation. It was just really painful. And you can see the rest of our team barely even scraped. I mean, we did more than our entire team combined. and then almost doubled. So, yeah, it is pretty insane what you can do in the Yo. And I mean, that's just what it can do with that great DPM. This Leopard here threw the game for his team. He's a bad player, but he played pretty decently there. But pushing that Sheridan out to the open, this poor dude here absolutely lost the game for their team, because that Sheridan easily could have been the game-breaking player at the end of the battle. Even if I had just been penned once, would have been the loss for our team. So what a bad maneuver from that Leopard, screwing over his teammate. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I really like the Yo. I think it's a fun tank. I think it's a fantastic tank, and it should be used a little bit more in comp, but obviously that's my personal opinion. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.